everyone, my name is and I'm from the Knitting Loft. For those of you who don't know, we are Toronto's newest local yarn shop cafe, opening September 15th, 2018. We are so excited to meet all of you guys in person, so we'd love to see you there this September. If you don't live nearby, but this is something that excites you or interests you, that's no problem. We're also going to be selling online. So if you want to go at the end of this video to our website at theknittingloft.ca, you can actually sign up for our mailing list. The website is still under construction, but you are able to subscribe right now anyways. So what we're actually here to do today is our very first ever how-to tutorial video. And I'm going to be taking you through how to make this beautiful wall-hanging macrame dream catcher. Super easy, beginner level, and I can tell you that honestly because I'm very fresh to the macrame scene. This is actually my second piece ever that I made, and I made this pattern by myself just knowing some of the macrame knots. So if you are totally new to macrame, you got this covered, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do for it. We're going to start with the first rope. And what you're going to do is just fold it in half, bring the ends together. These are just a little frayed and unraveling, that's okay. Bring the two ends together, you want to make them as even as possible. And here at the end, you're going to have a little loop. And you're going to put it over top the metal hoop here. And this is called a reverse lark's head knot. So you're going to put the hoop over top the metal and pull the two rope pieces from behind through that hoop. And before you tighten that knot, if you want to check again that you're still lined up at the bottom here, you could go ahead again, level them up, and then just follow them back to the top. And then we're going to do the same thing and put the remaining 7 on. Again, folding the rope, bringing that loop over top the metal, and you're going to go through that loop there to pull those two pieces of rope from the back through. And again, if you want to check, make sure it's still lined up and leveled. Okay, and we're going to keep doing the same thing. Okay, perfect. So after you put all 8 pieces, we're going to actually make a full row of square knots. And what you want to do, if you want to make it easier, you can bring these other ones away while you get started on the first square knot. And how we're going to look at these is that this rope here, the very first one, is going to be rope number 1, second one rope number 2, rope number 3, and rope number 4. So to start, we're going to take rope number 1 and we are going to bring it over towards the rope 4, and we're going to take rope 4 and bring it over rope 1. So it's going to look like a number 4 almost. You're going to take rope 4 and you're going to pull it underneath rope 2 and 3 through and over rope 1. And you're just going to tie that up here. You can keep those together. Now to finish the square knot, you are going to take rope 4 over on this side, and rope 1 is going to come over top, and now it almost looks like a P. And you're going to take rope 1 and do the opposite, bring it underneath 2 and 3 and through rope 4. And pull it back up. And there you have your first square knot. So it should look like that. Okay, and I'll show you again on the next one. So you're going to bring the next 2 knots over. And again, you could push this out of the way if you want in the meantime. And we're gonna do the same thing, rope 1, 2, 3, 4. So to start the square knot, we're going to bring rope 1 over. Rope 4 is gonna come over top. Rope 1, again, you're getting that 4 looking shape. And you're gonna bring rope 4 underneath 2 and 3, and it's gonna come through over top rope 1, okay? And you're gonna pull it up to the top here. And to finish that square knot, we're going to bring rope 4 over. Rope 1 is gonna go over top that. And rope 1 is gonna go underneath 2 and 3, and it's gonna come through over top the 4. And we're gonna pull it up. And there's the second square knot. So you're gonna do that with the remaining knots. Bring 2 over and continue to make your row of square knots. There you have your first row of square knots. Okay, the camera is kind of angled weird, but hopefully you could see that, and I'll show you the full thing at the end. And now what we're gonna do is called decreasing square knot pattern. Okay, so we're gonna continue now with another row of square knots, but this time we're gonna go from 4 square knots down to 3 and start connecting to make a triangular shape. So with the decreasing square knot pattern, we're going to start now and continue to look at these as 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're going to skip the first 2 here. Okay, so you could leave them off to the side like that so you're not getting confused. And we're going to instead take these 4 as 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever's easier, you can push these out of the way. And we're gonna do the exact same thing, another square knot row, this time only 3 of them. You should be left with 2 pieces of rope at the beginning and 2 pieces of rope at the end. Okay, so on this second row, there should be only 3 square knots. And you should be able to see these little eyelets happening here. So this time, we're going to be leaving 4 pieces of rope out. Last row, we left only 2. This time, we're gonna leave 4 pieces out. So you could go ahead and move that off to the side and start with the next 4 pieces and go on and create your square knots. Okay, and last time we left 2 pieces of rope at the end. This time we're leaving 4 because we're decreasing here. So where we started with 4 square knots on the first row, we went to 3, and now we're at 2. The next row is going to be just 1 square knot. So we're going to leave the first 2 out, the second 2 out, and now we're going to leave another 2 out and work only with the middle 4. And go ahead and create your last square knot. Okay, so now that we've completed the decreasing square knot pattern, we're gonna go on to finish securing these loose ropes to the bottom of the metal hoop. So what I wanna get you to do first is just bring all of this rope underneath the metal hoop and bring it out like this. And you could just line it up so none of the ropes are on top of the other and it's nice and organized. Okay, great. So now we're gonna start with rope number 1, the very first one. It's starting underneath the metal hoop, and we're going to come around on top, just like that. Then we're going to pull it through the bottom. We're going to bring it around on top again, but this time on this side. And we're going to pull that loose rope in through the bottom hoop area right here and pull. And we could come back and tighten these after. Right now we just want to get them secured onto the hoop. So go on to take the next rope and do the same thing. You're going to pull the rope over, pull under, and do the same thing now on the other side. You're going to pull that rope over top on this side, and now there's this little loop area here that we're going to go ahead and pull this rope through, just like that. One more time, and make sure you're not mixing up these ropes if you want to push them out of the way, just to make sure that you're staying consistent here. One more time slowly, you're going to pull this rope over top, pull it underneath, bring it back over on the other side now, and pull it through this little loop at the bottom. Great, so once you finish that, this is really up to you creatively if you want to pull these strings out, and you could tighten them again so they could be nice and tight like that. Me, I do like it centered as much as possible, so just go back, tighten it, set it up how you'd like to, or position it how you'd like to. I'm just gonna come in here and tighten up. And now we have the bottom piece. I'm just gonna move this little out of way so that you can see the bottom pieces here. So as you can see, some of these are shorter, some of these are longer than the other ones. That is not because you did it wrong at the top here, it is because some of the square knots took up more rope than the others. So you have the option of cutting it so that they're all leveled. You can actually take these and start to fray them. You can fray them up to a certain point and then cut them so that they are also in a triangular kind of shape. Bring the frays all the way up to the top. Totally up to you guys how you want that to look, and how you want to really design it at the bottom there. So there you have it, our Macrame Dreamcatcher beginner level, super easy as promised. If you guys have any questions at all about the design or about the how-to video, even about the store, let us know. You could drop a comment below. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are just starting out here, so it is important to us that we start to build our community. And we'd love to hear from you. Let us know how this project went for you, and hope we see you in September.